Today, we're gonna be doing something that's slightly different, which is also one of the reasons why I wanted to create this channel in the first place, and that is something that we want to call HoneyLemon Ramble Time.
This is basically when we talk about topics that pique our interest.
Yes! So it's going to be something like a podcast, but not exactly, as we wanted to make it a little bit more interactive, showcasing you videos, pictures, and stuff like that.
And today's topic is... nostalgic games.
Yeah! Nostalgia!
I do love that sound.
Yeah, because we're fossils, we're old, so we're gonna be talking about the games from our childhood.
The games that we have enjoyed and suffered through.
Yes! Listen, I had so many games when I was a kid. I didn't grow up in a rich family, but from the perspective of gaming, I probably could be considered pretty spoiled. I had so many games, and I played almost every single one of them. Like, I had Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3, 4, I had Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash, F the water tank level. I had...
and a few other levels.
I had Spyro 1, 2, and 3. I had Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4? Question mark. I had Tomb Raider Ender of Darkness. I had Rayman 1, 2, 3. I had Abe's Oddysee, Abe's Exoddus.
Good games.
Which were one of my most favorite games. Like, honestly, like Rayman, Abe, and Crash were like my top games.
I really love the Crash games as well.
Yeah, what else I had? I had Jak and Daxter, the very first game, I didn't have the other ones. Kaya Dark Lineage, absolutely fantastic game. From story perspective, no, the story is laughable, but gameplay, amazing. Absolutely love this game. I had Dark Cloud 2, which also was known as Dark Chronicles. Ooh, I had Tekken 3, Gran Turismo 3, I had Jersey Devil. Yeah, I almost forgot about that one, goodness. Casper, the Friendly Ghost. What else I had? I had the Sheep Raider, which... god damn, that one pulled the trick on me when I was little. My father also had the horror games, which was the series of Resident Evil and the very first Silent Hill game, which I was never allowed to play because I was a kid. Oh, Gex Deep Cover Gecko, which is the Gex 3 that we are also playing on Joe's channel right now. And we're gonna probably be recording the next episode, or already gonna be editing it by the time you see this video.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes! King's New Groove, there's another thing that I had, and Simba, Tarzan, I had like some of those games. Any more?
That's so many games.
Yeah, and there's like more that I can't remember at the top of my head. Oh, Monopoly, like I had a few like smaller random games like Monopoly, some Olympic sports game. I had like a casino game because I remember constantly playing blackjack and roulette.
So the games I had, I also had Crash 1, 2, 3. I had Crash Bash and Crash Team Racing.
Amazing game, Crash Team Racing.
Yes, we're very thankful that they've done a remake. I had Spyro 1 and 3, Tumbi 1 and Tumbi 2.
Oh yeah, you told me about that one.
The little pink-haired monkey man.
The Great Value Goku.
I mean, he has a monkey as a friend. Oh, there's Croc, Legend of the Gobbos.
I also want to play that one! And they're making a remake of it too, I just remember.
Yes, they are. And
Holy
they're also making
crap.
a remake of Tumbi. We will be playing that. And Tarzan. So there's also another card game. I believe it's called 𝐸𝐸𝐸 Revenge. This is where you're basically racing around. It's very similar to Crash and Mario Kart. So you're racing around in a little RC racer. And when you get near water, you can change into a boat. And that little light over there is where you transform back into a vehicle.
That actually looks kind of familiar. I don't think I had this game, but it looks familiar, so I think maybe I played a demo of it. Because, again, back then, for those that don't know, you could buy gaming magazines, which were just like magazines that had all of the new games that came out in them, and usually would have also a CD with demos. And for those that don't know what a CD is, it's a disc.
Yes.
It basically would have a CD with demos of the games which came out, and you could play them to check what you like. And I remember that I was playing some of those demos over and over and over again because I could not have all of the games, obviously.
Yes.
But at the same time, a game is something that you won't eat and just poop out. It's something that stacks up over the time. That's why I had so many.
And another game on the PS1, I think it is Vanishing Point. So this is another racing game. I remember more of the stunt cars more than the actual races. So this is the type of stuff that I remember a lot more. So in this, you'd be given a very specific car. You'd have to do some type of stunt. So in this one, what you got to do is you got to turn around, drive over, and see how far you can get. The further you get, the better you score. You would also get stuff like this where you cannot touch the red. So in these ones, you got to pop all of the balloons as fast as possible. This was such a fun game. I don't know if it's just because I'm a little bit destructive. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Really? Nah.
But yeah, you've got to pop balloons and you've got to do it as fast as you can. And I've always enjoyed this part of the game. I don't remember much else in it because I never enjoyed the racing side of it. Although I did enjoy racing in a lot of other games as well, though.
Yeah.
Fasten your seatbelts.
God damn, even this alone is so nostalgic. And the low poly models. Look at this graphic.
We're too old.
We are very old, but look at this. This is Coco Park. Like, I love how they did the remake because they made the remake look the way we remember the original game.
Yes.
This is how you do a proper remake. Oh, I miss it so much. I wanna play it. I wanna play it so badly right now. I love this game so much. Like, you don't understand. I will be playing it over and over and over again. Yeah. I had basically passed almost everything in this game as a kid.
I could never beat I didn't beat all of Oxide's times.
I remember I beat almost every Oxide's time. I had, I think, maybe like 2 or 3 levels that I haven't done that yet. But what happened is that my memory card got rusty and I lost it all. I was so devastated.
That's horrific.
Because again, back then, if you wanted to save your game, you needed something that's called a memory card that you would insert to your PlayStation 1, and it would also have limited amount of spots that you could save your game to. So if you ran out of spots, you had to buy another memory card, or there was no way for you to save your game.
That was painful.
So back then, what some games would do is exactly this, is that at the end of this you would have a password. So what you would need to do is just note down this password, and when you start the game, you could just enter this password and the game would basically just simply load back to where you were before. So this was an alternative way to save your game.
I remember my brother was an asshole and changed the code on me.
I remember I still have like a little cutout from like the gaming magazines, because they often would show some like cheat codes and stuff like that, and they had a code for 100% for Crash Bandicoot 1, and I still have that cutout.
So that's where my grandparents got it from. So my grandparents were the ones that bought the PS1 and they had Crash 1. Back then, when you would buy a game, you would get that single piece of paper with just the cover. They wrote it on the back of that, and I never knew how they got it, because I know that they never beat the game. Where did this come from? How did you get this? And I think you've just told me how they got it.
Yeah, they probably got it from the magazine. So I remember basically also discovering this for the first time, that this can have 3 lines of code, because normally it has just 1. But when you type the triangle twice, it turns larger. And I discovered that by accident when I just double tapped on the triangle. I was like, oh, what just happened?
I forgot that it started on 1 line. I always thought it was 3.
Yeah, it did start with 1.
I love how we have the opposite, like, knowledge of, that's crazy.
In Rayman 1 also they had something similar, because they had like save spots, which when you went over them you could either save your game if you had a memory card, or the game would just simply show you a code at the very bottom. So Rayman was also one of those games that had an alternative way of saving. Abe, however, was like the right opposite. Abe not only was taking 2 slots to save, there was no alternative.
And Crash 1, where you had to get all the boxes in 1 life.
Yes.
Dang.
And also, if you wanted to get to this point, to get the password or to save your game, you actually had to either get a gem or pass a bonus level. That again, if you died in the bonus level, you didn't have a retake. No. The bonus was gone. If you wanted to go back to the bonus, you had to restart the level and re-get the bonus.
Those were the days.
So if you have not played the original and you only played the remake and you thought like, damn, this game is difficult, you know nothing about pain.
You sweet summer child. The closest you can get to it in the remake is the levels with the colored gems. Outside of that, nah, it's easy mode.
This is, by the way, another game that I had which is the Sheep Raider. I flippin' love this game so much, but this game did me so dirty. There is one boss fight in this game somewhere. This boss fight, I could never pass it as a child. And you don't understand the amount of pain I went through.
How does this level work?
So you have this boss and he would constantly like jump like this and create those waves that would push you off. And what you had to do is push the buttons that you see in order for the cogwheels to get out so you could step on them and turn them around so there would be light that appears on the map. But in order to do that, you had to make someone stand on the button, and I didn't know how to do this because he constantly was making the waves and he was pushing my sheep off. And you see those signs right over here? One of those signs literally tells you what to do. The baby me could not understand English. I didn't understand what the game was trying to tell me, so I didn't know that the solution was just to run around until he gets dizzy. I didn't know.
Oh, the pain of not knowing the language of the game you're playing in.
But you know what? I still feel proud because I managed to do 2 cogwheels without getting him dizzy and without using the sheep. I still managed to almost pass the entire battle on the hard mode, basically.
That's impressive.
Yeah. This is also the reason why I never managed to finish also the Final Fantasy, because this is another game that I had, the one that they made a remake of. I don't think I even managed to make it out of the starting area, honestly, because the whole game, again, English. I did not speak it. I did not understand crap from what the game was trying to tell me to do, or how the combat even worked. Okay, so this is the original Final Fantasy. This is the one I had.
Oh damn, I've never seen this before. Wait, this is the original?
Yes, this is the original. This is the PlayStation 1.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Feel free to ask a stupid question.
What happened to the first 6 Final Fantasies?
I don't know. I never followed the Final Fantasy series due to that exact reason that I could not understand it anyways. So I had one game, I never passed it, so my interest ended there.
Fair. Another game that I used to play was Croc Legend of the Gobbos.
I love this one, I always wanted to play it.
I don't know if it's a remake or a remaster that Croc is getting, but it is done by the people that originally created the game.
You're saying that it's a remaster of Croc. I don't care if it's a remaster or a remake, I'm getting it either way if it's a good one.
Yes.
Let's freaking care, splat! Get an upvote. I never played this game, I always wanted to play this. I remember this is one of the demos that I was playing over and over again. As I can see, we're gonna have a free camera now, we're gonna be able to rotate it anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Croc had tank control, so basically like Tomb Raider. So if your character is facing left and you push forward, your character is gonna move left. It's not gonna move where your camera is looking.
This is just a limit of the games back in the day.
Yeah, because games also did not have analog sticks back in the day. Like, analog sticks came in later on.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we didn't have analog sticks. There we go. This is the one.
That's the original.
Yeah, that's the original that we had. I still have some of them, even though they're so old that the buttons barely work. But yeah, this is how they look like. And then we had one of those.
Yeah. I think my parents had the analog stick.
And you could even turn on and off the analog over here. Oh yeah, there we go. Those are the memory cards. So this is exactly what you needed back in the day in order to save your game. I still have some of mine actually. Like, I lost, I think, either 1 or 2 memory cards due to the fact that the inside of them rusted. So my PlayStation no longer could read what is actually saved on it.
I remember that they used to be 8, I think it was 8 gigabytes, wasn't it? I got a double memory. It was 16 gigabytes. I actually really liked it because I could save twice as many games on it.
I remember I had some of those. Oh, and then PlayStation 2, which had the black ones.
And the blue one. The blue one right on the same row was also a PS2 one.
Oh, really? I never actually...
was...
Yeah, I never actually had nor saw the blue one. I only saw the black ones. I still have, I think, 2 black ones. But the thing what I liked with those memory cards and in general the PlayStation 2 saving system was that when you entered your memory card, because this is something that you could do when you start your game, you can just check what's in the memory card. Your save files were 3D and they were just like popping on the screen and they were rotating around.
Oh, I forgot. You're right.
This is how it basically looked like. They they all moved, and when you were clicking on them, they also would rotate around. This was the difference between them. Like, PlayStation 1 just would have just simple icons, like small square icons, while the PlayStation 2 would have actual moving 3D objects, and that was so much fun for me, I remember.
Didn't you also play this game?
Oh yeah, I did actually also play this game. The Treasure Planet, I remember I had it, but the disc got damaged, and I could not play the game anymore. I was so upset.
That actually reminds me of a time I lent a game to a friend. This was Need for Speed Carbon. I lent the game to the friend. They had it for 2 weeks. I got the disc back, and the disc never worked again.
And let me guess, he didn't pay you back for the game.
No.
Yeah, I had a similar experience, but with a PC game. So the very first PC game that I ever had, other than the Alien Invasion and the basic Windows games, was The Sims 1, and then The Sims 2. I remember I borrowed the game to like one girl that I knew back then, and she returned the game to me, and the disc was split in half. I don't know what she did with it. It was cracked. I was so pissed because this game not only was a gift that I received from my uncle for Christmas when I was little, that game was pretty expensive back in the day. I had the game, I had so many freaking like additional like DLCs that came out, like additional packs. And the audacity of her to come back the same day as she broke the disc and be like,
"Hey, can I borrow this one?"
And I just look at her. Really? Really?
And some of the other PS1 games I also played was Tarzan. I could never complete that game because of one letter. We will be getting that letter in our Nostalgia series.
Yes.
I am getting that game completed.
Listen, if you're interested to see us play any of our Nostalgia games, then visit our other channels, because the majority of those games we're gonna be playing there. Also, let us know, what are your Nostalgia games? What did you play in your childhood? What are your favorite PlayStation 1 or 2 games?
And did you play any of our ones?
Yeah!
Well, PS2 I had the Jack and Daxter series 1 to 3.
Ooh, yeah,
I preferred 2 and 3.
Yeah, you did
Those
tell me
guns.
about it. I think I will enjoy this game a lot. I do want to try it. Same as Sly.
We both want to play Sly.
Yeah.
So neither of us have ever actually played the game, but we both want to play the game.
Yeah.
And probably the biggest series of my youth would have been the Ratchet and Clank series. Ratchet and Clank 1 to 3, Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction, Ratchet and Clank A Crack in Time. Oh, and Ratchet and Clank Size Matters, because it does. The Ratchet and Clank series is well known for innuendos in their titles, so we've got Going Commando, Quest for Booty. Those are probably the two biggest ones. I enjoyed the games a lot.
Oh, Going Commando also reminds me, there was another game that I really loved and I was playing all the time. Red Alert, Command and Conquer. I love this game so much. I was playing all the time. I wasn't playing the story missions though. Like, there was an option where you just simply picked a map, picked as who you wanted to play and what color you wanted to have, and you started the game. And I was constantly playing there. I loved just building the base. I still can hear in my head just like the narrator. Construction complete. New construction options. This is how it looked like. It's a war game where you just build your base and attack others. I loved it. I was playing it over and over again. I was always the red base. It is so much fun. You would have like all of those buildings and constructions on the side over here.
So there's a lot of exploration in the game.
Basically, yeah, if you don't have a radar, then you can't see the map, which you should have over here. If you build a radar, then you are able to preview whatever you uncovered. And those yellow things that you see on the map, this is gold, something that you would send your oh, there we go, this truck right here. You would send those trucks to like collect gold, and this is your money. They would collect it, get full, and they would just dump the gold there, and that would be your funds, your income. Oh, that reminds me, there's something weird that I would always do in all of the games that had any kind of open world thing. Oh, there we go. So for example, like in Gex, this is the area that I remember the most, and is this one right here. Because what I would do in games that have like open hub areas like this one in Gex, for example, is that I would be wandering around this area and just creating my own stories in my head. So in short, I would be using the digital version of the game as my dollhouse. Oh, there we go. This little island. There is like a little island over here. I remember I would spend so much time on this island, just like pretending like I'm stranded on this island now, and I have just 2 flies left to survive. And oh, the other island with the pyramid looks so far away, but will I make it or will I drown? And I was just playing like that all the time over there, just creating my own stories. Did anybody watching did that? Please tell me that I'm not doing it. Tell me that you did it.
I can't say that happened to me.
Nah. I remember I was doing that in Tomb Raider as well. There was a very specific spot in Tomb Raider. I cannot remember in which game that was, but I can remember again it was something similar. Like there was a nice clean blue water with some fish swimming in it and a few islands, and there was like a small straw hut on one of those islands. I constantly was playing around there similarly to this, like, oh, I'm stranded and I need to try to find fish, to catch some fish to survive. Like I was doing that so often in so many games. I was also playing like that in Spyro. You know what? The weird thing is that in every single game I was either lost or stranded.
Why?
I don't know why. That's the thing. Always when I was imagining playing around, I always be lost or be stranded. This is the area. I remember I would pretend that I am lost in the forest and that this, especially like this butterfly in here, that this is my last remaining supplies, and after that I need to go hunting for sheep in order to survive. I was playing this area for so long. That's also why it was always annoying me when people were saying like,
oh, television and games and stuff like that are bad for your imagination.
No, if you think they're bad for your imagination, then you yourself have no imagination. I'm sorry to tell you. But someone with an imagination is going to see that just the exact same way as you saw a stick outside. And this is also how the original Spyro looked like. This is so nostalgic. You know what? The remakes are absolutely fantastic, but I would love to play the original as well.
I didn't play a lot of this one back in the day.
Yeah, because 2 wasn't your favorite. You played 3 from what I remember, right?
3 and 1.
Yeah.
Well, I never actually owned 2.
Yeah, so we are like the opposites. Because I remember I owned Spyro 2. My friend had Spyro either 1 or 3. So we traded the games to be able to play the other ones. Because this is, again, one of the positives of the old games back in the day was that you could just simply trade them with friends. It was fun.
It was a good thing back in the day.
I can't wait to play Tomb Raider and Rayman.
Yes.
Rayman is genuinely such an amazing platformer game. It still even looks great for today's standards. It has a pixelated aesthetics. It's really good even till this day.
Yes.
If you love platformer games, this is such a good game, you absolutely gotta give it a try. The thing is, I remember we had a comment on one of our Abe shorts or videos of someone mentioning that Abe's Exoddus is actually easier than Rayman, which is such an opposite experience to what I had, because to me Rayman was easy. I remember as a child I was even speedrunning this game for fun and was trying to do like a deathless run. So to me, Rayman is not difficult, but Abe's Exoddus, oh my gosh, to me that one was very hard. To actually pull it off with 0 deaths, that was difficult in Abe's Exoddus. That game is not only long, but it's so difficult too. And also sound design and like background music back in the day in the games was so good too.
Yes, it was. Some of the old games were amazing.
Absolutely. Like Rayman and Abe's Oddysee along with Abe's Exoddus have such amazing background music. Oh yeah, this one. This is also such a good freaking soundtrack. It's soft, it's gentle, it's so atmospheric. And just listen to this. This is both an incredible platformer game and a masterpiece of a background music. Like genuinely, Abe also is such an amazing platformer game mixed with puzzle solving, and I absolutely love it because it teaches you quick thinking. Because you not only have a platformer game, you have a platformer game that constantly will be testing your quick thinking and reflexes on the go. I know that there's a remake.
Here it is.
For those that don't know, there were a few rules that they set for themselves when they were developing this game. And they were trying to follow them faithfully. And this is also why this game was so good. And in the remake, it's like they forgot everything about it. I don't even know how they did it, that the animations feel worse than the ones over here.
Did they just add more Madokans into this game?
I believe so, yes, they added some more as well. That's why you have areas that did not exist in the original. I don't feel it. Like, even if you would show me this area, I probably would struggle to understand what area am I looking at right now.
It also doesn't feel as alive.
Yeah, it doesn't. I remember we also had a comment on one of the Abe videos, someone talking about a remake of Exoddus, and I was like, wait, they're remaking Exoddus? But no, then I saw that someone was either talking about the New and Tasty or the Soulstorm, which, no, New and Tasty is a remake of Oddysee, and the Soulstorm is a continuation. It's not a remake of Exoddus. Exoddus does not have a remake. But there is someone, however, that actually is making a remaster of it. Oh, there we go. So this is a fan-made remaster, basically. I don't know if it's team, if it's one person, but if they're still working on this, I hope they're gonna finish it up, because I definitely would love to play this.
Yes.
This looks really good, and honestly, this is all we needed.
Yeah.
Just give us a remaster, we would absolutely play the hell out of this game. I also saw someone making a remake of Rayman. This one right here.
Come on, I'm kidding. Hey, I like that outfit.
Like, this looks so good. Listen, if this is going to be ever finished, I'm absolutely playing this.
Of course. Oh, also, Ratchet and Clank is incredibly well known for their weapons.
Oh? Oh goodness, that's really old school. They're just recorded from the screen.
Yeah.
This is incredibly old school.
I like this because it makes a big boom.
This game actually looks pretty fun.
It is. I genuinely like this one. Each game has a certain things that I like more. I like the level layouts of the first game because they're a lot more multi-choice and easier to navigate. So this game's a Seeker. Their weapon just annihilates anything small. $10,000 bullets.
Oh, those weapons look so much fun. I wanna play it now.
Now, this is called the Clank Zapper. It basically does a little bit of damage. It does such an insignificant amount of damage that it is a nuisance. I genuinely despise this weapon.
That looks like so much fun. It looks like I'm gonna enjoy this game as well, though.
Each game has a different view on how the weapons work. My favorite way to upgrade the weapons is Ratchet and Clank 3, Ratchet and Clank 2 has a good variety. Ratchet and Clank 1 has like the best alternative route on each planet. The game that has the best Clank games is, so normally Clank's really, really slow, he's very hard, and it's an absolute pain in the butt. But whereas this one, there's a bit of puzzle. What you have to do, you can stand on these, and then you can copy yourself doing something.
I see.
I don't know if it's in Rift Apart.
Yeah, we're gonna also be playing Rift Apart on Joe's channel.
We have many games that we want to play.
Yeah.
Basically the idea here is that you gotta do all of the stuff continuously. And you can override the ones that you've done as well. It's enjoyable for me because Clank's typically very slow. He's sucks to run with. Whereas here he's quite bouncy. It's accurate and it feels fun. I think that this is the only game in the Ratchet and Clank series that have actually done Clank levels well.
Jack and Dexter. I didn't have this one.
Myself.
Yeah, so he doesn't talk in the first game. He is a mute. Some bad people have some fun with him. He does not enjoy it, and he learned how to talk after 2 years. How dare you play? Where's the roll?
So I'm guessing this someone is not playing too well.
So, you know how in games, when you roll jump? He's not doing the roll jump. It's not that he's not playing well, it's just that I don't like it. To be fair, he's not dying. He's not really wasting a lot of bullets, which is good, but he's not doing the roll jump. This is just me being picky. I enjoyed Jack 3 a lot.
Is it just Jack? I thought it was Jack and Dexter.
So, it's only called Jack and Dexter for the first one, I think.
This vehicle looks fun.
Oh, that vehicle is Bouncy Bounce.
Oh, this looks fun. I think I might enjoy this one.
I think you will enjoy this one as well. This vehicle is probably my favorite vehicle in the game because of that.
Ooh, nice.
If you kill certain enemies, they give you a boost. Please blow someone up. I want to see the boom. The boom. Okay, so you got to think of it this way. You can jump really far, but you can jump really far with a boost. You can clear so much further with the boost. I love this But yeah, just imagine the boost because you go flying so goddamn far. It is great. So those little orbs that he's got, that's speed. Do it. God damn it, do it. Please, please. This is worse than blue balls. just.
Yeah!
He didn't know. He didn't jump. You have to jump it. Yes.
He heard you.
Yes. But you see what I mean? You just go boom, and it's so satisfying.
So much fun. That's so much fun. Oh yeah.
I prefer to jump to do it then jump, but that's just personal opinion at that point.
So this is 𝐂𝐸𝐻 Lineage or Lineage or however you pronounce it. Listen, English ain't my main language, sorry.
It's your third.
Yes. As I mentioned before, story-wise, laughable, but gameplay-wise, amazing. This game has almost everything in it, and this is like the intro, where you need to run away from wolves, and as you run away, it's basically telling you how to play the game. It's like a quick tutorial, and it's taking you through everything that this game has to offer as well, which is a hell ton. Like you have a lot of that has to do with air that is either pushing you or you're falling through. Oh, this is also one of my favorite ones. So in this game, eventually you get something like a snowboard looking thing that allows you to slide down those areas and jump. It's so much fun. I absolutely love it, especially when you have the boost and you go like zoom, zoom.
We love the boost.
This is the one I really liked. You're chased by a wave of lava over here.
I see.
Oh, you jumped.
Oh.
No, that's. Yep, that was the wrong time to jump, my buddy. You effed that up. Yep, dead. You need to time that. Then you start, and you have those boosters. And the lava which is chasing you. It's so much fun. I absolutely love this because you can get so high speed with this, especially if you're not gonna smack to anything. I loved it so much. I was playing this little part over here over and over again. It's so much fun.
I love this type of stuff.
And dead again. And of course, because I am a perfectionist, I was getting it to the point that I was getting 0 damage. Yes, I am saying that because I am getting annoyed that he not only died, but also got damaged. But I guess this is kind of like the thing when you're watching someone else play your favorite game that you were amazing at. You're always like, you're not supposed to be doing this. I hope you guys are not raging at us that much when we play other games.
I hope you to rage at me when I play games poorly.
Yeah. This is exactly why I love this game, because it has so much in it from the perspective of gameplay. Like, if you like fighting, it has it. You like stealth missions, it has it. You like blowing stuff up, it has it. You like standing on a mountain, jumping on a riding train to beat everyone up and then take control of the train and blow crap up, it has it. Yeah, this is it, with the train. Or like, train-like thing at least.
Rail car?
Yeah, and you have this chasing you. And you're trying to catch up with the train. There are 2 different dinos in this game. There's an orange one, which is a great jumper, and there's the black one, which is an amazing runner. So you have the fast mount over here, and you're trying to catch up with the train in order to jump onto it. So you just try to make it to the train, stand on the mount, and jump in. And she can even stand on it for a longer time.
I mean, that's always the fun part. You're like standing on the mountain going boom.
And the mount even waits for you as well, same as the horse in Red Dead. This game also has quite nice fighting combos, like you get bracelets that she's wearing, and every bracelet gives her like new fighting techniques, more moves and more power that she can use. Like yeah, the bracelet that you see over here her wearing, those are your upgrades. You basically are getting better bracelets, and she, thanks to those bracelets, is getting more fighting moves. So I really liked it because you can basically combine those fighting moves in any way you want in order to fight. I literally remember there was an area, like this is the area with the wolves that I constantly kept leaving. I was not rescuing them, I was just coming back over and over again just to fight them, because this is how much I enjoyed fighting in this game. And especially in an area like that, it's cool because you can jump over a wolf, grab it by its tail and start spinning it around, which I don't see this person doing. Like, bro, you're using the freaking boomerang attack only when the wolves are actually further away from you because you need to charge that up. I genuinely really love fighting in this game. It's so much fun.
I understand that.
It's really genuinely good game from the perspective of gameplay. It's genuinely good.
Which is good. That's what we like in our games.
Right, another game that I also was playing was Casper. Yeah, there we go. So this is such a nostalgia even hearing the soundtracks. And this is a puzzle game, so basically what you would do is that you get different powers, like the thing that you see in the corner right here. He would unlock different forms that you can transform to and use them in order to progress with the puzzles and everywhere. So you always would have something hidden, something that you need to interact with, something that you need to do in order to open something else. And this is the entire game. It's just a huge puzzle. Like, there's nothing really that much time trial-ish in this. This is just you trying to figure out what just opened and where it is and trying to solve the puzzles. I really love this game too. Oh, and I remember I was also playing... So it says that it's PlayStation 1 game. I remember it being for PC because I remember playing on a PC.
It could be both.
Yeah. But the thing is that I don't remember much from this game, so I can't remember if I actually was playing a demo or the actual full game. Because this is literally the only area that I remember from this game. This with the dinosaurs. I don't remember any of this. Maybe I remember some of this? But goodness, the visuals are similar to... where is it? Yeah, this one, Jersey Devil. I can't remember if I ever finished this game, but I remember playing it and I found it really difficult as a child. But to be fair, this was one of the very early games that I was playing, even before I played Oddysee, I think.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so this is a very old game for me. Oh, I remember this. I remember when I was a kid, this area was a hell to me.
So, the other games that I used to play, Need for Speed. So I know that most people's favorite was the original Most Wanted. This was my one.
Oh, that's really nice. Like, I remember I was playing Gran Turismo 3. I kinda liked it too.
So I played Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is Need for Speed Carbon. This idea here is you got to get in front of them or push them over the edge. You have to be in front of them for 10 seconds to win. But the games that I had was Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Pro Street, which was a little different, but it is what it is, and Need for Speed Undercover, which I would not recommend anyone get. In this game, and Need for Speed Most Wanted, this is the PS2 version of the game, you could actually win the boss's vehicles. I would take out my controller and continuously race them to get them goddamn vehicles. Some of it has aged poorly, but I still enjoy the game. It's great. I love it. Oh, and I also played Tekken 4 and 5 and 3.
I played just Tekken 3.
Tekken 3 was great. Who was your favorite character?
Gun. Absolutely. Gun. Gun was my favorite character.
My cousin hated when I used True Ogre. Basically, I just fly up, fly up, So yeah, True Ogre would just... I didn't even done that. What the This is what I would do. Just up, My cousin didn't know how to dodge it.
Yeah, I remember the best way to dodge it is when I was playing as Chinese or Japanese girl, because she can just like roll to the side.
Her?
Yeah, her.
Oh, she looks good in the new game.
Damn, she looks fine. She looking fine.
Yeah, she looks great.
Oh hell yeah, she looking fine.
This game actually looks freaking good.
This is my favorite one. I was always playing with him. I remember you unlock him by beating him in like a...
Volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball.
This person doesn't know how to play Gone.
Yeah, they don't. Like, listen, I perfected the freaking fight with this character so much, you could not even touch me. I was using every move and I knew exactly how to use every single move to keep you away from me or to keep you dead. I loved spinning him on the head. There was also another one. He can also spit fire.
Who?
Gun. Him. He also can spit fire.
Huh?
He spits like a one single fireball.
That is the most disrespectful freaking move I've ever seen.
The fart?
Gone won by farting, yeah.
Yes,
like
I
you gotta understand, that's the most
that.
disrespectful win I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
I loved doing that as well. Like, just simply, oh, you think you're good? You think you're good? Let me fart at you.
Oh, I see how you work. Okay, I understand.
I freaking love this game. We're gonna play it together as well. I honestly, I just No, you don't need to worry. Like, it's been over a decade since I played this game. I know all of the moves that he has, but I can't remember what combination even of buttons they are anymore. So I will need to relearn this, yeah.
I literally only know one attack in the game, and that is Paul Phoenix's Burning Fist. I don't know the rest of them. They used to be really, really good with Eddie. So in Tekken 4 and 5, I used to play a lot as Christy.
Oh, I remember. Like, the thing with Gun that tricked me was that
f***ing ending clip.
Yes! Every single time you finish with a character, you get like a clip, like an ending clip of what is happening. And Gun had it on a loop. This was the loop.
Yeah.
This right here.
I got annoyed because I'm like, this has got to end at some point, and I'm stubborn enough to try and figure out where the f*** it is. It didn't.
Yeah, me too. I was waiting for the ending all the time. Honestly, this is the biggest seagull this world has ever seen, or he suddenly resized himself. And then he would fall down and the loop would restart. And I was so confused.
I realized that it was just looping around the second or third time, but I was so goddamn stubborn that I was like, nah, I gotta see if this actually ended. I just walked away. I came back half an hour later. It was still f***ing going.
I have done that too, actually. But yeah, those were our nostalgia games, guys, or at least the ones that we could remember at the top of our head. What nostalgia games did you have? Did we talk about them? Did you play any of those games? Do you want us to play any of your nostalgia games? If yes, then leave them in the comments. We're definitely gonna be taking a look at them to maybe add to our nostalgia series. So this is also what we meant by saying Ramble Time, so let us know what you think.
So this was an amazing blast from the past, so thank you very much for watching.
If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and we will see you here next time. Bye bye.